And on today's Toy Spot, we are going to be having a look at the Funko Plushies Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees Plushie. Now, before I actually get into this plushie, I just want to say that this plushie does indeed look really cute now. Actually I also picked this up from a comic shop. And you want to know what comic shop it is? It is the Comic Collectibles comic shop, which I'm sure many of you might not know of. But it's a comic shop where they actually do sell these plushies at. Now, they're really hard to find plushies, or not even there, so don't even bother looking for those. But anyways, if you're a Friday the 13th fan, you'll know that from the previous movies, Jason's mother was killed because of some campers, and while they were camping and everything, Jason in the Camp Crystal Lake, they kinda, of course, we all know the story of Jason, how he drowned. Don't even want to talk about it because it's kind of creepy, and it's kind of creepy, and it's kind of yet very sad, you know. But anyways, what really happened is that when there were campers at the Camp Crystal Lake, that's of course a place where they were camping at. They kind of went to Camp Crystal Lake, and the first thing they noticed there was Jason's mother. Now, Jason's mother, of course, was there also, and of course, she was working there as a cook. And by that I mean she worked as a cook, because, she had to look over her son Jason when he was still young. But then, by that time, of course, the campers did something bad to Jason. And by that time, of course, the campers did something bad to Jason, and eventually he drowned. Now, they kind of wanted to drown him because they didn't like him, and because he was too scary for them, and because he was, killing everybody all the time. He was killing everybody. And Jason, of course, was not really happy. They killed his mother. They killed his mother, and they ran off, and Jason saw her, and of course, what he wanted to do was he wanted to get revenge on the campers. And of course, what Jason did was he took his sword, of course, and he went he took his sword, of course, and he went hunting. He went hunting for those campers. So that's maybe what happened, in the movie. But in Freddy vs. Jason, he still kind of haunts the campers when they're, when they approach near, of course, Camp Crystal Lake, when they're camping there. And he always, was, fighting in the movie with Freddy. And in Freddy vs. Jason, this is what he looked like. And yes, he did end up winning. Now, I don't want to tell you the spoilers of how he won. He probably killed Freddy Krueger, and maybe that's why he killed him, and then he just kind of won in the end. But you'll know the story, right? He was in many Friday the 13th movies, and he kind of was really scary looking, because his face was just so scary looking that nobody would want to even look at it. Don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about how his face looks like. I don't want to even know about how his face looks like. It's just hidden under this mask, and that's all there is to it. But then you just open the mask up, and you see how his face is all scary looking. How it doesn't look normal, because this face right under here does not look like a face that you want to look at. No way. That's probably because it's way scarier than before. But anyways, I don't want to talk about the movies that he appeared in anymore. If you're a Friday the 13th fan, if you're a Friday the 13th fan, then you should know by now, you know. And you already should know that, like, you know, you already, and that you already should know that, like, you know, Jason appeared in a lot of movies already, so yeah. I want to start out with the detailing first. Here's the hockey mask, really nice detail. I really like the stripes right here. All three of them. See that? Like, all red 3 stripes. Now, if you ask me, Funko does an impressive job at detailing, and mostly these plushies also do consist of a lot of detail. Under the mask or not under the mask, they're still pretty cool to have. I wish they could probably make even way more stuff for Friday the 13th, because it was a really popular movie back then. It was a really popular movie back then, you know. It was a really popular, you know. It was a really popular movie back then, you know. And yeah, it was a really popular movie back then. And yeah, it was a really popular movie back then, but I just want them to make more. But I just want them to make more, you know. Especially with this kind of head sculpt, it's amazing. Really nice. I'm gonna show you the straps right here. We have really nice straps right here for Jason, as he wore the mask in all of the movies. Really nice. On here and also on here. Pretty cool. Really nice detail on the gloves and jacket. Really nice detail on the pants, and also really nice detail on the boots. And now on the boots, you can see that there are shoelaces, and that's pretty cool. Not a big deal, especially since and it's not a big deal, especially since he wore the shoes in all of the movies. Pretty cool. But I'm really sorry if I said that it was not a big deal, you know. I'm very sorry if I said it's not a big deal. I'm very sorry if I said that it was not a big deal, you know, at all. It's not, but it looks pretty cool still on him, you know. That's what he kind of wore in the movies. On the back, just show you a little bit more. And to show you this, here's the other strap that they have. This one actually is very detailed, but it kind of feels soft, because to me it kind of feels soft. Really nice. We have real nice detail on the ears that he has, not like Freddy does. Freddy doesn't have any ears, just Jason does, because he always has the ears, you know. Real nice detail on the head. The same here, and also the same here. Really nice. For articulation, Jason doesn't have any articulation. Of course, like I said before with Freddy, there is no, there is a little bit of articulation in the feet, you know, but you're not going to be able to pose him or kid him into any poses, and that's the problem I have with most Funko dolls. Most of them have articulation in the head and in, like, the feet and also in the arms. But this one doesn't have any articulation, which is kind of too bad, because they would actually want to make more articulation. Now, as I was saying before, if you are looking for a very detailed Friday the 13th Jason figure, or I'm very sorry to say the figure, but if you're looking for a very detailed plushie of Jason, you would go for this one. You would go for this one. And if you're looking for a figure for Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, you could actually buy the Pop Heroes vanilla figure for Jason. Now, the same with Freddy. You could actually buy both if you wanted to. Maybe collect them or complete your collection, where if the campers went somewhere, then Jason would just he would try to slice them up with his sword, and that's what kind of, makes him really dangerous, because he has a weapon, which is a sword, that he always had in the movies. Also, if you're looking for a bobblehead that kind of moves his head around, then you could actually just go ahead and buy the bobblehead instead, because I'd recommend that as well, But I recommend this one as well because he's just amazing, and he's really amazing. But anyways, I have another problem. He doesn't come with accessories. I mean, it's too bad that he doesn't come with any sword. I mean, they could have just indeed added the sword. They could have just put it in this hand right here, the sword, and he would just carry it around. He would just be like, "What are you doing in Camp Crystal Lake? I'm gonna slice you up because you think you're killing the Camp Crystal Lake." Well, no. What I'm saying, no. What I'm saying here is that if Jason actually did come with the sword, they would actually want to use the sword for him so he could slice up anybody who tries to, come into Camp Crystal Lake, like into the forest. But anyways, pretty cool. It's pretty cool, if I do say so. Myself. And if I do say so myself, this is the best detailed plushie out there. Now this is the best, Alright. Now this is the best detailed plushie that I would recommend out there, for collectors and fans of Friday the 13th. I'm sure many of you haven't seen the movies, of course, but you probably should have or shouldn't have, because, many people would not be interested in seeing the movies. There could be another problem, but many of you may not be able to see that, so yeah. And nice. And also, if I were to recommend this figure, or at least trade him, whoops, Jason kind of fell. But anyways, if I were to give him a rating or rate him or something, I would give him, let's see what kind of rating I would give him. I would give him a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. Because I really enjoy this. It's pretty cool if you do ask me. All the detailing is correct on this. Everything about him is very nice. And, of course, like I said before, if you are a kid like very detailed bobblehead, you would actually go for the one that they already have, But these plushies, they're way more detailed than before. And they're really cute and adorable. Aww, I really like these, Especially since this one looks really cute, I picked them up at a comic book I picked them up at a comic book store, and I'm sure many of you might not have found them there, but also, if you were there, you could actually pick him up, so that's pretty cool, And you could actually pick him up and you can buy him and purchase him, and then you would just have him with your Freddy, and you would complete your Friday the 13th collection. You would complete your Friday the 13th collection, so that's pretty cool, The mask is not removable at all. But anyways, like I was saying before, and on today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Friday the 13th Funko Plushies, Jason Voorhees Plushie figurine. I can't call it a figurine since it's not an action figure, but if you're looking for an action figure for, Jason, NECA does really amazing, action figures of him. Like, they have the new Jason, which I really like, but, I really don't like the new Jason. This one is way better, The other actor wasn't as better as playing as Jason, looking menacing or scary as before. But anyways, I'll just end my review right now. Because on today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Friday the 13th Funko Plushies. We were having a look at the Jason Voorhees Plushie figure. Oh, I didn't mean to say figure, I just meant to say plushie. And yeah, stay tuned for more reviews to come, or I think this is the last review I'm doing. Yeah, I'm done with this one. And I hope you have a very nice day, and I will see you all next time. Until next time, this is Andrew Huxley signing off.